In 1981, Marcus Miller laid down what I think could possibly be one of, if not the single, funkiest bass line of all time. The song is Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. I don't want to play the song because I don't want to have a copyright issue. What I am going to play, though, is there was a Jazz FM interview about 10 years ago with Marcus Miller himself, where he played a little rendition of his bass part from this track. And this video is crazy good. Super funky. So I just want to say, nothing too crazy complicated, right? It's fairly straightforward bass part in terms of slapping, but boy, is it ever in the pocket. It is not just in the pocket, it is all of the pocket. So groovy. Oh.
Here's the chorus. Oh my love.
Keep in mind, if you do want to like play the song with a band or something, what he's playing here is sort of abridged. If you know the song, you'll figure it out. Oh, right here. Oh, yes. Wow. Incredible. When I first found this clip, I stayed up till like 2 in the morning till I had every single little note that he played and dead note as close as I could get it. So today, I'm going to teach it to you. I tabbed it out. I got the sheet music and everything. Technique-wise, there's nothing crazy going on here. It's just all about that feel and the groove. Your 16th note subdivisions have to be absolutely on point. What do I mean by that? You gotta have that little and it is just the tiniest bit of swing in there. Let's listen again just a little bit here. So right, so we start the song off. He comes in on beat 4. In the interview, he explains that's just what he did when he was young. They would go into the recording and he would go 1, 2, 3. So in this video and in the studio recording, he's definitely starting it on the 20th fret, which would be a D sharp, E flat. But I think I don't know if he just bends it slightly to get it to sound closer to an E. But I like it. I have 21 frets. And I really like the sound of the E. I mean, it's such a short little thing. Just pick one. The highest fret on your instrument, 21, 22. I think technically correct would be 21, or 20, I mean. But like in this video here on Jazz FM, he definitely has just a plain old. He definitely just has a standard jazz bass with 20 frets. My Yamaha here has 21. So I'm going to use that 21st fret. Anyway, so we're going to do a pop, and then just a slide down, and then slap. On the 5th fret, E string, A. Oh, that's loose. Oh! That move there might take you a little bit to get down. Sliding down, and aim for the 2nd finger on that A, because you got to go to a G sharp. And then it's all slaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. That's the first syncopated note. 2, 3, 4, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. And then we have a muted slap, slap, slap. So it's rest. So I have that note there in the 2nd measure. 7th fret slide as a 16th note, but he really drags that out through the whole first beat of the next measure. I was just easier to notate it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba-dum, bum, bum. There's a mistake I found in my original transcription. That's a pop, muted pop. Doesn't make a huge difference. E and 2 and 3. So I'm starting on that last note of the second full measure. Bop, ba-da, bum, bum, da. Slap, muted pop, slap, 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 hammer on. Then we have a muted slap, slap, a double slap. First one's muted. Second one's here, the G, 3rd fret, E string. If you're enjoying this video, if you like learning about bass, slap bass, Marcus Miller, other bass things, grooves, 16th notes, rhythms, music theory, if you like learning about music and bass, like, comment, and subscribe so that you can see more of this content, and others will see more as well. So far, keep in mind, make sure you're rotating. Make sure you're getting a good clean sound going through the strings. Ba-da-ba. And 3. E and 2 and 3, 4 and Start with this 4 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3. Now we'll add the beat before that in. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and So that's a muted slap, pop on that 5th fret, and then a muted pop with a slap on the 3rd fret, and a slap the open E. And he does a little slide up there to that A. Like that. So let's put this all together so far from the top. 1, 2, 3. I think I need to loosen my truss rod a tiny bit. It gets really warm today. Yeah, my action is low. Stand by. All right, I loosened the truss rod just a tiny smidge. Where was I here? Measure 6. Gotta plug in my bass. Ka-chunk. All right, there we go. Now we're live. Measure 6. So I was really contemplating what to put here for this part, because he's definitely doing a pop on this high, on this B, and I think he's doing a very quick pull off to an A. I don't think he's just sliding down. But maybe he is. You know what, I should just consult. Yep, I'm standing by it. 1, 2, E, and 3. So you gotta go 2, E, and. So I'm using my pinky on the B there, which is the 9th fret, pulling off to the 7th with my 2nd finger, and then my 1st finger on the A on the E string there. So it's 1, 2, E, and 3. You gotta get the and 3. Slap, slap with the G to the A. 1. And then we have a muted slap. So I'm starting from that slap on the 7th fret. Pop. Slap, muted pop. Those are all slaps. Yeah, the bass is sounding a little better. Sometimes it can take a while for your adjustment to really fully settle in. So I'll see what it's like tomorrow. Maybe I'll have to do a full setup. I'm not going to do a video on that because I am not an expert by any means. I can get my bass to where I like it, and that's really all I know how to do. Someone's dogs are barking very loudly. I don't know if they're coming through the microphone or not. That is just so funky. And he does this like knuckle knock thing a lot of times. So a lot of the times when I have those muted slaps on beats 2 and 4, it's really this. Or some combination. Just kind of have to feel it out. Here it is from the top one more time. 1, 2, 3. So there's what we have so far. So we got... And now we're back down here to this G. 4, 3, 4, Getting those syncopated notes in there. 4 and 3. 4 and a 3, 4, Alright, so the B section. 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1, a 3. 1, 2, and a 3. So we have a hammer on, 2, 4, slap on the second fret of the A string. 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4, and then 1, a 3. We're coming up here to D, E, 7, 9, D, E, 1, and a 3, and 1, and a 3, and 1, 2, ready, and rest. All right, now we're to this. We do this again. We do it 3 times. And a 3, and a 4, and a 1. Pop, hammer on, slap. Pop, hammer on, slap. Pop, hammer on, slap. And then we have 1, a 3, and up. 1, a 3. The timing here is critical. This is probably the grooviest part of the whole thing. 1, boom. I wouldn't move on until you get this perfect. 1, 2, 1, a 3, and da. There I'm doing that knuckle knock thing I mentioned. 1, a 3, and da. 1, a 3, and da. That's the rest of it. 1, a 3, and da, 1, a 3, and da, E, a 1. Then we're doing these half notes. What did I say half notes for? 8th notes. Straight up. The E Dorian scale. So this is that same from before, measure 11. But 1, and. But now we have a 16th note ghost note, muted note before all those. So it's 1, 1, and and. 1, and So let's try measure 13 through 16. 1, 2, ready, and 1. He does this a little grace note there. I have a suspicion that he meant to go right for the A and hit the G instead and just covered his tracks. I'm not sure though. Maybe he meant to do it. I don't know. So in that case it'd be 1, 2. This isn't what the song does at all. There, maybe at the very end, I don't know. But he's just kind of ad-libbing that, figuring out how to end it. Cause yeah, the song doesn't end. We go through this with my band. It goes back into the main groove and just loops and loops and fades out. Okay, this last little bit, he does this. So it's a little grace note. And he just briefly... You don't have to worry about being, like, super precise. Just try to get a high note. And then he does this octave. So what I'm doing is I'm instead of slapping, I'm kind of popping with my thumb out, and also with my first finger on those octave A's. Sorry, octave B's. So we'll do a run through here. I'll take it slow. Here's the very top. 1, 2, 3. That's going to do it for this video. So go practice, listen to Never Too Much, learn the tune, and have a good day. Bye.